Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thanks for joining us on another session of Closing Bell with Mr. Stacks. You know how we do about this time of the day. It's around 2:07 p.m. Today is July 14th, 2021. And you know how I feel about my stocks. I like to share the news as to what took place throughout the day, kind of catch up on what we discussed in our morning hype session this morning. And, just kind of would like to just hear some feedback on what we're providing, hoping to get some more views as to all the technical analysis, the insight, the price action, price prediction, whatever you want to call it. I just like to throw it all out there, dig into some of these stocks, and try to put some money in y'all's pockets. So as far as those that did watch the morning hype video this morning, we did go over a few different stocks that we were kind of monitoring throughout the day. Nothing really fancy or specific as to what we always cover. I was mainly focused on our XELA technology stock. I'm not sure if those of y'all are familiar as far as been shared in with the news of what's going on with this stock, but there's been a lot of price action as far as, a lot of volume coming in, a lot of movement. There's just a lot of momentum that's been building up in the stock over the last couple of weeks, and we've been just kind of riding it out, y'all. We've got in on a low, we've touched, higher levels, we've come back down. We still haven't broke the all-time high yet, so we're still riding it out, hoping to see these new highs in the next coming days. But as of right now, there are three other stocks that I'm going to include on today's session that I kind of picked up throughout the day. It was kind of a choppy day, a lot of selling going on. A lot of the stocks that we did look at this morning, they did some quick pop-ups, but they didn't continue to run like we would hope they would. But some of them have come back down, test some of these levels, and we're starting to look at them pop back up again. So I didn't necessarily advise to trade on any of those stocks this morning. I was kind of watching them as far as how the charts were looking. They weren't looking too healthy to really predict a buy at the moment. But hopefully y'all didn't jump on them too early and take a loss. But if those of y'all that did, we did see some quick pop-ups. If you're able to get in and out, you're probably able to make a quick dollar there. But we're still looking to focus on more of those stocks where we can try to see a potential rally here in the next few days. Ones that are building up steam, and they're really ready to pop off here. But we're going to go ahead and jump on into it here, kind of catch up on our first stock of the day, which is Exela Technologies, XELA. For those of y'all that don't know this stock, I've been following it for the last couple of weeks. If you can watch the videos that I provided here, over the last few days, you can see as to when we bought in and kind of what's been going on with the stock as we've been moving up and down here. But looking into the chart, as you can see on our daily, kind of give you more of a long-term analysis as to how we've been trending day to day, as well as our breakdown into our minute intervals there. But on the daily, you can see we did take a nice little sell-off today. Open market, we were able to pop off real quick. I think we hit about 530 or so, but we came down pretty fast there as they started to sell off, hitting one of these levels here. A lot of sellers are positioned here, and as soon as we're starting to meet those highs, they already know where to start selling it. And eventually the sellers took over the day, pushed us down, but we're holding support around the $4. Let me look dig down into a better chart here. Around the $4 range, as you can see, there's a lot of support here. Going over the history of the stock, we necessarily 4, a little bit below 4, but we're seeing a lot of support here. This was a level of resistance, and we broke through it, and now we're holding on support here, as you can see on the 30-minute. We kind of been just floating around the $4, $4.20. We've got up to about $4.50 earlier, but we weren't able to break through yet to kind of bounce back off of this top support level. But over the next day, I think we may be able to move back up, maybe start to test these highs again. I really feel like we're going to be moving a lot higher. This has been a lot of talk in this stock. A lot of people have been discussing it in their chat forums. People are just starting to look at it. There's a lot of interest. Short interest isn't too crazy. I believe it was like 10% last time I looked. So, but it still is something we can still try to squeeze up. As people start to draw into this stock, more buyers are holding. There's not a lot of selling going in, except for those trying to make that quick dollar. But for those of y'all that are been following this stock like I am, I'm really feeling like we can get closer to the $10 mark. So we're gonna try to focus on getting our trades minimal, because right now I have a lot of money invested in this one. So me myself, I'm not really trying to trade on a lot of these other stocks. Is a reason why I'm kind of maybe got so much to play with. Reason why I'm only going to trade maybe another 200 shares if I can get them $5 or less. So that's kind of what I'm looking for on another day trade. Right now I'm holding about 700 shares of the XELA, so I'm looking to make some good money there. I'm up about 1,000 or so, but kind of been letting it go back and forth. I haven't really pulled out because I'm not finished riding this out yet, But if we start to move towards the $4 break-in below that, that's where I'll probably consider to start selling. I'd hate to miss out on all the earnings I could have made up here, but that's just how it is sometimes, I feel like we can ride it out. We're testing this high. We're seeing a double top here. So let's see what happens. We're gonna let it play out, and kind of see where we pick up here, moving into the after hours and into the morning tomorrow. But Exela Technologies, for those of y'all that aren't familiar, this has been a good one here. Those of y'all that's been riding it with me, I know y'all are probably up. Let's continue to hold the line, y'all, as they say. We still got some room to wiggle. For those of y'all that want to hop on board, check out those levels, y'all. $4 on the low end. If we break through this 445, 450 mark, that would be another good level to buy in. But let's wait for the two green candles to form on the upside, breaking above the VWAP in this level here. Normally this is where a lot of people like to position their sell positions. So I would wait for it to really break above the VWAP, even though we are seeing support here around the 450. I would probably wait around 460 or so. But right now we've been recovering somewhat. Little by little we're starting to trend back up here. So I'm going to keep an eye on this one for you. RCAT. This is a new one we picked up from this morning. I was following this one yesterday. Not a lot of movement today. Kind of real quick up and downs, but not too much of a big range there, as you can see. This morning we did have a quick pop-up, but they sold it off just like a lot of the other stocks this morning. They're not letting us really move much today, but we've been consolidating, as you can see on the 30-minute. I really feel like we're about to squeeze up as all of our moving averages begin to touch here. So we're just kind of looking at it to consolidate, and it's going to pop back up. This is what I'm looking and waiting for. So RCAT I feel is a good one. Looking at a long-term 4-hour chart, you can see that the green candles have already been forming. We've been bouncing off of that 7-day. So yeah, man, this one's looking real healthy here. We're at a low 437. This is actually a key level I like to look at, the VWAP on the 5-minute. And as you can see, we just formed that green candle above the VWAP. I would call this a buy point, y'all. For those of y'all that would maybe consider wanting to buy into this, if we move one more candle up here in the next 5 minutes, I would jump on this one here. But RCAT, yeah, we see a lot of volume still, y'all. 248% above our daily average. Right now we kind of a little stagnant. We're not green on the current bar on the 4-hour, so we don't have heavy volume coming in, but we still have a significant amount because we're above our daily average. So just something to keep in mind, something to watch as we move into the after hours here. But maybe we should wait for this one here in the morning. If you're not able to trade after hours, I wouldn't really suggest to buy in unless we maybe start to see the volume build up here. But yeah, we're seeing it move. Just keep an eye on this one, y'all. It's a good price for the history of it. I don't think we've hit too many crazy highs. And you can see we just broke out. Yeah, I would probably buy this one too. I don't know. We'll think about this on my end, but I'm liking this chart. It's looking healthy to me, yo. SGOC, SGOC group. I'm not sure what that says, but SGOC ticker symbol. This one's got a lot of squeeze potential, y'all. We kind of squeezed up early this morning, about $18, $19. We haven't been able to test the all-time high yet, but as you can see, we've been kind of consolidating, moving down, but we're consolidating at the same time. This is a 30-minute. As you can see, we've already kind of sold off, but we're still building some steam here is how it's looking, especially on these long term. We're still waiting for it to end on a green note. I got a few shares in this one also. I bought in around $13, so I'm gonna wait to see what happens. As you can see on the 30-minute, the moving averages are also consolidating and they're crossing here. This to me is it acts bullish to me, so I like to, from what I've observed in the past for a lot of stocks I trade, these potentially cause it to squeeze. So a lot of people position buying and selling, and we're gonna see what happens here as this plays out. We've already tested a low today, starting to recover, it looks like, on the 30-minute. So we're gonna wait and see what happens with this one. But this one, as you can see, it jumped up real high the other day when I called it. You want to check the videos of the one that was posted Monday. I believe Monday was the 12th. You know, I called it in the morning. It was doing the same thing around 7 a.m. or so. And I noticed the momentum building, and as you can see, we squeezed up from like $13 to $29. Anyone that got in that stock, if you've seen the video, y'all made a nice little chunk of change there. But we're going to continue to watch this one here. Right now, we're not sure exactly how this may play out, but I feel confident that we're going to start to see some higher numbers here, y'all. But this is a good stock, real volatile, but if you play it right, you can make some good change here, y'all. So just something to keep in mind, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. These are the ones I like. A little bit more expensive than what I normally like to trade, but for those that I know can squeeze up pretty high and have a high range you can play with, I'm willing to play with a few shares on these. So yeah, add it to the watch list, y'all, for those that haven't already. We're in the green today. As you can see, we're up 35%. I really feel like we're going to continue to run up on this one, y'all. But for the last one of the day, Data C, DTSS. There was an article published this morning on this stock. I believe there was a contract landed, or somebody buying into this, taking a percentage of the company or something. What is this? Look. But it caused it to really pop off. Ford's agreements to drive. Oh no, this is a different one. I'm sorry. To drive a 5G messaging service. So it was a quick pop off, but it came back down. It's already testing these lows. It's still showing an upward trend on the 30-minute here. You know, there's still some resistance on the 4-hour, so we're starting to move back up, but we need to see some green here before we really want to buy in. So as we move closer to the VWAP, that's what I would be looking for a buy signal. But as we test this VWAP and we start to candle a green candle above it, 2 green candles, as I say, yeah, this is another one we're looking to buy. I really think this one moving into tomorrow, we're going to move back up here. I don't think it's over. A lot of volume. 86 million shares over his daily average of only 1 million. That's 5,000% above his daily average. So there's a lot of heavy volume in this one. But we're going to continue to watch this one also. There's been a lot of selling today, y'all. There's a few other ones on the watch list that I want to keep y'all updated on. I just, you know, I can only fit 4 on my screen. I can't talk about every single one. We'll be on this video all day long trying to share that news with y'all. But if there's something specific you'd like to see, anything that you've been hearing about, anything you'd like for me to dig in a little more and give you my own, you know, analysis as to what I think the potential is of a stock moving up, trying to make some money, unless you're a seller and you want to try to sell these stocks short, which I kind of stay away from that. But yeah, let me know, man. Share it in the comments section. Feel free to give me some feedback also as to, you know, how you're digging the videos. Thumbs ups and subscriptions are always appreciated. I'd like to continue providing this footage for y'all if it's helpful. Those of y'all making money, know, hit that thumbs up, man. Smash those buttons. Let's keep it rolling. We're gonna try to get some money in y'all's pocket this week. Just try to follow up on the videos, get a, you know, an understanding on how these things move, how these things work, and just, you know, communicate. You know, let's just try to share our thoughts. I'm willing to help y'all help me. Let's just try to get some money in all of our pockets, you know. These are live sessions. I don't really like to edit and do all that. So as you can tell, I kind of just keep it real time. But I'm gonna try to switch it up for y'all here pretty soon. Try to make these better videos a little better, improve the analysis, improve the visualization of what we're showing here, and hopefully it'll be something y'all like, man. But I appreciate any feedback you can provide. Appreciate any thumbs up, anybody willing to subscribe, you know, just share your thoughts. Let me know how I'm doing. And yeah, we'll catch up with y'all in the morning on the morning hype session. You know how we do it. About 6 o'clock, 6 a.m. or so, we'll be back on. And we'll catch up with y'all then. Peace out, y'all. Have a good one.